That's 70% of the amount of oxygen a human being breathes in a single day.
After the turbo, the air intake, which is very special for the Pagani Huayra, has a bigger one than the other V12 engines from AMG. After the air intake, we have the gold cover, like this, what is a symbol of art, would I say.
Engines are run at full speed for 30 minutes. Then, the massive engine heads to Italy. While the engine is being shipped in another part of Italy, over 400 unique parts are exquisitely CNC milled by sub-supplier Aspa.
Here at Aspa, we manufacture many parts for Pagani automobiles.
What lies within these walls is a candy store of the choicest automotive bits.
You might say the pieces are artisanal, but achieved by industrial means, because these are very small batches produced with great precision, a precision that even transcends industrial standards.
Not only are the parts extreme, but the tolerances are too.
The tolerances requested are on the order of thousands of millimeters, microns.
1,000th of a millimeter, or 1 micron, is a little smaller than a spiderweb strand.
Absolutely. It's a modern sculpture. Obviously, we can't compare ourselves to Michelangelo, because he worked with his hands. That was much more difficult. We can say this is a modern sculpture, achieved using CNC machines.
Aspa applies that level of precision to over 400 parts for the Huayra. CNC milled parts aren't just good for outside appearances. Inside the cabin, the ignition key is milled from aluminium as well, at a cost of €2,900. When all those expensive pieces are finally finished, it's time to ship them to San Cesario sul Panero, Italy. When new Huayras come to life, one vehicle at a time. Automotive visionary Horacio Pagani has spent 7 years trying once again to push the boundaries of the hypercar envelope.
We're at a point in the history of the automobile where everything is fast. When you have a family sedan that can keep up with a 10-year-old supercar, what are you going to call the stuff that's one step ahead of that?
Pagani stays ahead of the competition, one cut, one bolt, and one car at a time. Inside of a facility located on a tiny side street in a small industrial park, where 53 craftspeople endeavor to be perfect. While the building might be small, the ambition is grand.
The Huayra brings together so many new technologies, particularly in the realm of composite materials. Technologies that have been studied for years. I've worked with them for 30 years.
Horacio Pagani's passion for carbon fiber starts as a young man. For the next 30 years, he masters his craft. His speciality is creating a carbon fiber monocoque.
A monocoque is a carbon fiber tub. It's basically the passenger compartment in the safety cell.
Monocoques are first developed for Formula One race cars. Eventually, they find their way into exotic hypercars.
It's basically how race cars are built.
Inside the Pagani factory, craftspeople build the Huayra's carbon fiber tub by hand.
We're in the section where we construct the carbon fiber components.
Carbon fiber monocoques are extremely expensive to build. But Pagani's cost even more.
Pagani weaves in titanium, and the titanium makes that mat stronger, so the plastic portion is less. Less plastic means less weight and more strength.
The carbon fiber titanium monocoque is the company's signature feature. Every single one is made in-house.
Pagani doing all their carbon fiber work in-house is an incredibly unique thing today.
The process starts with a roll of cloth.
Ora siamo nella fase. Now we're looking at the area where the material is cut, which takes place in a separate room from the regular production process. Our material, our carbon fiber, comes to us in rolls.
It's basically a bolt of cloth and glue, and you put those two things together and you get an incredibly lightweight and strong structure.
They use a custom cutting machine to maximize the material and limit waste. Once shapes are cut, unique kits are made up of 222 components.
La Huayra è composta da 222 componenti.
The Huayra is made up of 222 components made of composites. Each component is made up of, on average, 4 layers of carbon fiber. I say on average, because some of the components are made up of many more layers. But I can't say much more about that because it's a trade secret.
Once the carbon fiber kits are done being prepped, they head to what's called the clean room.
In questo reparto, praticamente,
In this department, the pre-cut carbon fiber skids are applied to the molds. This is where the piece takes shape.
The pre-cut shapes are applied to a mold and resin is added before pressure is applied.